Welcome back, guys. If you are here right now, it is because you just read my email about catastrophizing and catastrophizing specifically around our relationships with money. And so what we're going to be doing here is diving more into this. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly whatever thoughts you have about money right now, any fears that you have about money are completely untrue and have no basis in reality, and they have the complete ability to be rewritten if you only allow them to. So as I spoke about in this email that you guys just got, our brains, while they are so advanced in so many ways, obviously, look at humankind, we've accomplished some pretty awesome stuff. When it comes to protecting ourselves and the triggers in our brain that allow us to protect ourselves, that actually isn't very advanced, and they haven't advanced at all over the past 10,000 years, which is pretty insane. And so basically, as I spoke about in this email, if you look 10,000 years ago at cavemen, obviously this function in your brain of protecting yourself was very, very, very important, because if you saw a lion or a bear as you were foraging berries out and about, right, that would trigger in your brain that fear sensation, and that would obviously get your ass moving back into the cave or wherever it was to be safe, right? So at one point in time, this function in our brain was actually really, really beneficial. But since that portion, that element of our human biology hasn't really developed very much, our brains still have extreme reactions to the slightest potential of fear, even when there is really no risk happening at all around us, right? So what this typically means is the second when we think about spending money or earning more money or borrowing money or lending money or anything that has to do with money, we internally feel this intense sensation that makes us feel scared or overwhelmed or non-trusting, right? Or just insecure. So what we typically do when we feel that is we take that as a legitimate sign of, wow, well, something is drastically wrong here. And if I take this action, something terrible is going to happen. But the thing is, when that happens, our brains can't really be trusted. And so what a lot of people will tell you when you have a certain fear about money, they'll just say, oh, don't take it so seriously, just push yourself, just take the action anyway. And while I think that is really, really important, I want to bring it back to the catastrophizing and actually showing you guys how you can manage this so you can stop blowing up financial situations as much as you are right now. And if you can overcome this, it's going to help you make financial decisions so much easier to bring in more money, to spend more money, and that's going to allow your business and your life to grow so much more. So let's talk about that a bit. So when it comes to catastrophizing, I want you guys to write it down right now. What's a particular situation in your life that you're fearful? If I raise my prices to this, if I ask this client for this amount of money or this prospect for this amount of money, if I spend this amount of money on a course or a coach or whatever it is, what are my fears? What do I think is going to happen? And I actually want you guys to carry that through. Don't just say, oh, well, my whole life's going to explode and I'm going to feel terrible and all this stuff. I want you guys to actively write out what would actually happen to you if you made that investment, or if you raised your prices, or if you decided to invest in ClickFunnels versus lead pages, whatever it is, what would actually happen, even in the worst circumstance. For most of us, if you guys are watching this video right now, most likely you are not in any kind of immediate danger, right? Let's say that you spent $10,000 to work with a coach, or you got the $100 service provider instead of the $50 service provider, whatever it is. Let's carry this through. So you had some less money. It was a bad investment. We're just playing this out as badly as it could be. At the end of the day, even if you lost that money, would you still be able to maintain your life? Would you still be in a safe environment? Would you still be in your home? Even if you couldn't afford rent anymore, would you still have family or friends who you could stay with for a while? Yes. If you carry it out to the worst of the worst, guess what? You're not really in danger. You're not going to die, and nothing bad is really going to happen with you, right? It's all fixable. What you're really fearful of are the feelings that you're going to have if you make that bad investment or if you make that bad money decision. So that means that you might feel ashamed, or you might feel regretful, or you might feel frustrated. All of those are valid, but guess what, you guys? Your feelings can't hurt you, okay? So don't fear your feelings. Fear what's going on in your real environment, but guess what? When you stop catastrophizing and you actually walk through step by step, you realize that everything's okay no matter what you do. And when you give yourself that freedom and you stop being so fearful, literally you can achieve and come back from just about anything. So I would love to know your thoughts on this, you guys. What you guys are writing down, what's a situation that maybe you were really catastrophizing before and freaking out about, but when you actually look at it, you realize that you're safe and everything's fine. And when you give yourself that freedom, you can achieve so much more. So love you guys a lot. See you in the next one.